singing way oh, oh. You look like a guy who could treat me right.
Hey guys, welcome to the Rochelle B Show, where I'll be interviewing business people, entrepreneurs, and inventors from all over. Today I have a very special guest. He's changing Accra one cut at a time. Please welcome celebrity stylist Nate the Barber. Nate! Oh my God, thank you so much for coming.
Always.
Nate the celebrity stylist.
Yeah.
So you've cut WizKid,
Everybody.
Mr. Easy.
Everybody.
Well, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Before we get there, I want to learn more about you and your journey to becoming a celebrity hairstylist. Okay, let me start with you. Where were you born? What region are you from?
So I'm from the Volta region. I was born in the Volta region. Yeah, but
Okay,
yeah,
cool. So you grew up there?
No, I didn't grow up there. I lived my whole life in Accra.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I moved to Accra, I think, when I was like 4 or 5.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're pretty young.
yeah. Then I just go back and forth from there and come back here. Yeah.
When did you know you wanted to be a hairstylist? when did you find that out?
I know, right? Actually, it wasn't something that like I went into to like become a hairstylist. It was something that I think sort of chose me. I was really into art when I was growing up,
Art?
which I'm still in. Yeah, I'm really into art when I was growing up. So right after
Okay.
school, sometimes I go to the park, sometimes I just go to the barber shop, and then I realized that I kind of like the vibe in the barber shop. Seeing people coming in looking some type of way, getting out looking all fresh and looking all clean.
So you would hang out at the barbershop after school, and you never had the desire to cut hair.
I didn't, even if it was there, I didn't pay attention to it because I didn't know it was something that would ever happen.
Right.
So I would just go to the barber shop and I had this book that I used to draw. Heck, I draw stuff because I was into art. So I do pencil shade. Back in the day, barber shops had the haircut pictures.
The magazine.
Yeah, the magazine.
pictures.
Yeah, but this one is pasted on the wall. So when you come, I want this haircut, I want that haircut. I was just drawing all the haircuts on the wall. I drew every haircut on the wall. There was no haircut to draw anymore. Everything was done. Then it was at that point when I realized that no, I was kind of having an idea what was going on in the barber shop, right? So what I do is maybe I look at the haircut that are on the magazines that are not like properly done. Because looking at the guy do this for so long, I was like, nah, I understand what is going on. So I take my pen, then I'll start sharpening
So you were taking the magazine photos and editing the haircut.
Yes, like basically just trying to go over the haircut on the magazine so that it looks sharper. Because some of them wasn't like that sharp. One time, for the first time, I was like, okay, cool. So I'll cut the kit and then you do the shape up. I was like, cool. So
your barber friend
Yeah.
offered to let you cut?
yeah, from
and
looking
you've
at
never
me.
cut before?
No. Just from looking at me doing all the drawings, all the arts in the books, and also like trying to correct the shapes in the magazines and the posters. She was like, okay, I think you understand what is going on, so
Really?
you can give it a try.
Wow.
You know?
And so he let you do the lineup?
Yeah. So I remember the very first time I did the first kit, right when I just started and then there was light out. So now the machine is not gonna work. So how are you gonna do it? So now I have to like.
So you were there, were you like shaking
Um,
and then the electricity just cut?
every time you want to do something for the first time, there's this always this feeling, the fear, and I don't know what it was actually, but I just realized that I was scared a little bit, and also and I was young. I was too young. I was like 12.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like 12, 11. Yeah, I was really young at the time. This is in 2006. Like this is way back.
Wow.
I started. The lights were out. He showed me how to use the blade and all that. I was like, okay, I tried it. It wasn't look so good, but first time, everything.
Yeah, it wasn't
you expect,
bad.
yeah. So after that, I realized that no, I enjoy doing this. Like I enjoyed the very first time I did it. So I was like, no, I think I would like to do this again. So I started doing it, and I had a lot of friends, those kids in the neighborhood. So it became a thing, and I was getting into it more, and I was just understanding it, and I was just enjoying it, and I was just falling in love with it. And I was like, no, I think I enjoy doing this, But even at that time, I never thought it was going to be something that would become a career or something,
Wow. So you were cutting all the kids in the neighborhood. So what happens after that?
So what actually made me take it, like, know that I was gonna do this was okay. So after I cut the kids, and the kids go, people like their haircut, like the shape up, like every time, and every kid in the neighborhood will have like shape up, like their shape up was always sharp. People like, where are these kids getting this shape up from? Because like they're always sharp. People like, oh, Nate did it, Nate did it. So they'll be like, okay, who is Nate? Like, who is this person? Like, so now the older guys want me to do their haircut. I was too small at the time, And I was
Wow.
like, and then I couldn't even get to the chair because the chair was so high,
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, okay, let me give it a try. So now I started like not only cutting the kids, then now I started cutting a few, I mean, adults and all that. And then
Right.
it just became a thing. And then I was just loving it.
So you're about 12 and you
Yeah,
say to
about 12,
yourself,
about, yeah,
so that's when you said,
yeah.
I'm going to be a barber? Is that how that happened?
No, really. Like even when I grew up, I still didn't thought I was gonna be a barber. I finished school, I didn't know I was gonna be a barber because like it was just something that I just knew how to do.
What happened after school?
So what happened was that whilst I was in school, I was like into like small business. I'm somebody who I like to buy and sell. I like to do something to just make some
Okay.
quick money. I like to just get sent, do business on the side. So I had a farm. I had the rabbit farm. I had dogs. That was,
What?
yeah. So um,
That is random.
yeah, I mean,
Rabbit and dogs?
okay, so I had one dog that started giving birth, and then it started growing, and then I had one rabbit, and then I crossed it, and then I had it. By the time I realized, rabbits give birth really quick.
Oh, wow.
So by the time I realized, I had like a whole big farm. I had like I think 180 rabbits,
Really?
and then the dogs too was growing. So that was what I was just living on. So I wasn't really thinking of doing anything else because I was comfortable,
Yeah.
making money from the rabbits, making money from the dogs. I was okay, until like we moved. I mean, to a different neighborhood. Things were getting a bit difficult. Things wasn't as smooth as it was. And then I lost my rabbit farm in the new neighborhood we went to. There were too many dogs, and then they always devour my rabbits
What?
because I was doing it on an open space. So by the time I wake up, like 10 rabbits are dead, 20 rabbits. So I had to like
Gosh.
stop the farm. So I gave most of the rabbits out to my friends.
Yeah.
To like do it because the neighborhood wasn't
It
favoring
wasn't
me.
the right
Yeah.
neighborhood.
So things wasn't so good, and my sister was like, "Oh, yo, you know what? Um, I saw a barber shop in the neighborhood. That's the new neighborhood that we went. And
Right.
before this, a lot of barber shops that I've worked in, as part time or maybe when I'm on vacations, like they don't treat you well, and also like they don't make you feel like it's something that you should be doing.
Right. So you
You
didn't
know,
feel
I
like
didn't feel like it was, yeah, I
encouraged.
don't feel something that I would do for like
Right.
to or depend on. Because like you go to the barber shop, you're working for somebody for like a month. The money, you don't know how they go about the
Yeah.
money. They don't pay you, so it wasn't something that I never thought I was gonna do.
Right.
I mean, I went to check it out, and then they needed a barber, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm a barber. I think I can actually
Yeah, you can
try
do
it. Yeah,
this.
they was like, okay, cool. Let's try it. And I mean, fortunately, it was a weekend. And
Yeah.
weekends are busy in barber shops. So they said, okay, let me try the first person. I tried the first person. Um, I tried the first person, and then the guy liked the haircut, and then the next person was like, "Oh, yo, I want the guy to cut me." Like, cool. So that very first day, I was busy throughout.
Wow.
So like first day was good.
Everyone was like, I
I
want
want
that
that guy.
guy.
I want that guy, and then it became a thing. And then so they employed me. That
Yeah.
was in 2015.
At this point, you're working for someone
Yeah, I was
else.
working for somebody at that
Yeah.
time. So I worked for the person for like I think 9 months, and then something happened that changed the whole game for me. Like so,
Yeah.
I was working for this person, and I mean in the States and other places, like normally the shop is there, you just go and rent a space and then start
Right.
working. I didn't know that was what was going on at the shop, so I knew who I was working for, but apparently he just rented the shop, and then he was getting the barbers to come and work.
Yeah.
So the owner came to see my colleague, and that day I was off. So my colleague I was working with, we weren't really getting along because like he was doing a lot of things that I felt like wasn't professional, wasn't
Right.
business wise, wasn't the best. So the owner came to see him that okay, I'm taking the shop from your boss. So if you guys are interested, wait, I know you guys have a lot of customers and you guys are really serious with your business.
Yeah.
So you guys should take it.
Take over.
Take over because this is the rent, this is the amount you need to take it. So do you have that
Yes.
amount? Find it somewhere. So my colleague was like, yo, I need money. I was like, okay, what do you need the money for? And I'm like, you don't take anything serious. So how are you gonna pay me back if I give you money? And I wasn't even having that much. At that time I remember I had like just 1,000 CDs in my
Oh,
account.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the most I could save at the time. At that point he was actually finding the money from other sources. So by the time that I was gonna bring the money, he already got the money. So
Oh, he didn't need it.
yeah,
Okay.
so he went to pay for the rent. Now my colleague is my boss. So what's going on now? So now he called me one day like, okay, yo, you know what? So right now I own the shop. So now you work for me. So this is gonna go my way. I'm like, oh shit, really? One time he disrespected me in front of my customer who I respected a lot. So I felt really bad. And as a young boy, you try to like defend yourself. I got pissed. I tried to like, I'd be like, yo, you can't do this, you know. So I confronted him,
Oh.
which he didn't like, so he sacked me, you know.
Oh, so you got fired.
I got fired that day. When he sacked me that day, well, I wanted to be there because I'm somebody who I like to be consistent. I don't like to be
Yes.
changing, moving around and doing other stuff. So fortunately, my friend had a barber shop who she also wanted me to work for her for a long time, which I wasn't minding for like a year. So he
Yeah.
fired me on Thursday. Friday, I didn't go to work. So Saturday, I went to work for my friend.
Yeah.
The shop was full.
Saturday, yeah.
Saturday. So this guy
Right.
came to get a haircut, and his friend had a spa. He was a producer, you know.
Okay.
It's called Enoch, the producer. He told me his friend had a barber shop. His friend had a spa actually. It wasn't a barber shop. It was a big spa. So he saw when I did his haircut. He saw it and he likes it. So he wants me to come and work for him. I was like, yeah,
At the
cool.
spa, yeah.
I mean, let me go check it out. I check it out, and it was a better opportunity, and it was a better field for me, you know, because I had a picture of what I was looking for, you know.
Right.
It was getting closer, like
Yeah.
one step closer. So when this guy too came about, it was like, yeah, something that I think I like this, you know, by
Vibe.
more than where I am now. So I said, okay,
Right.
cool. Like me being a barber and choosing to be a barber, I decided to like change the mindset.
Yeah.
Because I don't want somebody to look at me like, oh, you're just a barber.
You just cut hair, but
know,
it's more
yeah.
than that.
You know, so I wanted to put that, but nobody was willing to buy the idea. So then I put it on myself that no, I'll put it out there myself. Like I don't need to depend on somebody to be able to make it. So if they don't get it,
Yeah,
what I have
you're
to
still
do,
gonna move
I have
on.
to move on. You know, so I started planning of getting my own place. You know, so 2016, God willing, 2017 April, I got the opportunity. You know, to be able to rent my own space. You know,
Okay, cool.
so at that point, the only money I have was the money for the rent and then 2 chairs. You
Oh,
know,
wow.
and then the mirror. Like God willing, I had the money for the mirror and the chairs, but I was like, nah, I was gonna do it anyway. So I tried to resign. The guy wouldn't let me because like I was like
Wow.
the one who was bringing all the traffic. I was the one who was like making the place the way it
So
was.
he was not gonna
So he
let
was
you
not gonna
go.
let me go. So I was working without salary for 3 months. But I got to a point I was like, nah, I need to move. Whether or not, with or without my salary, I'm leaving. You know.
Wow.
So luckily something happened and I found a way to get my money and then I just moved and then I started my own place in 2017. We started with nothing.
Yeah.
Zero. The shop was bare, no fridge, no, I mean, one AC to start with. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we just started like
So
that.
you just had enough to start, and
Yeah.
from there you just grew the business.
Yeah, and from there, you know, my idea for the harness was like to be able to catch that whole traffic,
Right.
you know, because it was in December at the time, you know. So just when we did this, and then COVID was, I mean, showing up a bit, so things were getting slow.
Right.
So January, I couldn't open it in the December because like I couldn't finish it because the way things were slowing down and
Right.
all that. So January, February, and then
yeah.
there was a lockdown,
Oh,
and then
no.
imagine like just investing into a new business and putting all your all in it, and then you can't work.
It's a lockdown.
So for like 2 months, like yo, yeah, it was a struggle, you know.
Wow.
But I mean, God being so good, you know, we were, you know, still we didn't want to give up and all that, so we're just trying to just press on, press on,
That's
press
really
on, and then
amazing.
you know it started picking up, and then it
Yeah.
went back to normal.
Wow, that's an amazing story.
Yeah.
So my other question is, you obviously have employees who work at your shops who
Yeah.
cut for you.
Yeah.
So were you nervous to teach them those
The technique,
skills
yeah.
that people are looking for when they come to Nate's barbershop?
Yeah.
Because I mean, the idea is if they ever wanted to, they could, start their own barbershop,
Yeah.
or you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
how do you approach that?
With that, it always happens. You know, I have like 3 people who I've trained, and then now they own their own barber shops and all that. It always happens. Like you cannot stop your purpose because of somebody or something.
Right,
You
right,
know,
right, right.
whether you like it or not, it's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
right.
You know, whether you come and then you come and get the skill or maybe get anything, then you go. That is your business. You know, but
Right.
at the end of the day, I don't get intimidated or I don't get scared to be able to show somebody my skill. You know, because
Right.
what I do is, if I train you, I can train you to be as good as you can be. You get it? I can't train you to be better than me because like my skill is different from your
Right.
skill. So
And
I can
you
just
are you.
yes, you get it. So at the end of the day, I'll just try to bring your skill out to the
Yeah.
maximum level. The market is growing, the business is growing. I
Right.
can't cut everybody.
True.
So no matter what, I'll train them. The loyal ones will stay. The ones who would want to also go would go anyway. So
What do you envision for your barbering business?
So Nate the Barber's place actually is the ultimate, the vision or the ultimate goal is to be able to be a household brand where it's gonna be like nationwide,
Wow.
having
Okay.
the Barber's place like all across like nations, like all over the world,
Really?
like have it in America, have it in Canada, have it, all over the world. That's the
Really?
goal, making it like a chain of, businesses, like when I see myself like the KFCs, the
Oh wow.
McDonald's,
Yeah.
the Apple, like that kind of,
Brand.
yeah, you get it. So I'm not trying to limit it to this country alone,
Wow.
So far we have 2 branches in Ghana. We are looking at multiplying it in a few maybe years, or this year, or maybe a few years to come, and then probably we just expand to like other parts of the world,
Wow, I love
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
So Nate, tell me one more thing, and that is the celebrities you've cut.
Yeah.
You've done WizKid,
Yeah.
Mr. Easy,
Yeah.
Man's Not Hot.
I know, right?
So tell me about your WizKid experience, because I think he is probably the most influential
Yeah.
cut.
Yeah.
Is he?
Well, when it comes to Wizkid, me personally, Wizkid is my favorite. So
Okay.
no matter who you've been or who you are, that you've been there,
WizKid's your favorite.
I always like, like, because even the way his experience came about, it was just everything, because like I remember I cut this guy, a friend of mine that I used to cut his hair, and then his big brother was Wizkid's, event planner or something.
Right.
So one time, he came to the barber shop. Was like, oh, his brother is around, so he wants to get a haircut. I was like, cool. And he came from a gym. He was just from the gym. So he came out, yo, I had you a good barber. I was like, yeah, bro, I tried. I was like, okay, cool, I want a haircut. I cut his hair. I was like, oh, you're good, you're good. So we just have a vibe at the time.
Yeah.
The very next week he came again, and then I think the following week he was like, yo, are you at the barber shop? I was like, yeah. I was like, okay, my brother is coming. I said, cool. I mean, at that time, Wizkid was in town. He had I think there was an event going on in town, so Wizkid was in town. So, I mean, I personally, I know that even if I had any opportunity with a guy, it would be like a home service, or you go to him, because
Yes.
he's Wizkid, he's a superstar.
Right.
But I was just at the shop one afternoon. I was like, yeah, my brother is coming. Then Wizkid opens the door
Wow.
for them to enter, and then Wizkid enters. I was like, what?
Oh.
For the he just entered.
So he didn't even warn you.
No, they just came to the barbershop. Then Wizkid came to the barbershop.
Wow.
He came in the barbershop, and then he came to, and I was like, I was trying to get the person that was in the CEO, get her. It's like, oh, no. Just finish. I was like, what?
Okay.
So he sat down and wait.
Like a normal person.
Like a normal person, sat beside everybody else. He actually hollered at everybody, and then he sat down and wait. I was like, what is going on right now? So I cut his hair for the first time. People were trying to take pictures. Oh, no, everybody should take pictures. He's going to take pictures of everybody when he's done.
Oh,
It's
wow.
cool like that.
Oh, wow. Were you like, oh, God, I can't mess this up?
No, I just wanted to go too hard.
Oh, yeah?
I wanted
You
to
were
go
just
too
straight
hard. I know,
confident?
me personally, I don't panic when I'm working, because I know myself. Like,
Okay.
I've been in this since 2006. I feel like I know myself too much. But I just knew that I was going to go too hard, that it's not going to leave me. Like, anytime it's going to have to come back to me. You get it? So I was going to put too much into it, And afterwards, he liked it and all that. And since 2018, I've been cutting him since,
Oh, wow. That's
So
amazing.
anytime it's in Ghana, so from there, everything just showed up.
Yeah.
And then the other superstars came about, KC
Right.
from Nigeria.
So you do home services, so sometimes you go to them.
Yeah, I go to them most of the time. Yeah.
Right.
When all these superstars, they normally like you to come to them,
Yes.
So that's also one thing that differentiates Wizkid from them, because he actually came to the barbershop. I've done too many people,
So
too many
now you're
celebrities.
just waiting for Drake to roll up.
Drake is my next. The next on my list.
Yeah.
Drake is that guy that I wanna The same feeling I think I had when I first cut Wizkid is the same feeling I'm thinking maybe I would have when I cut Drake.
Manifest it.
I know I'm gonna cut Drake's hair, and he's gonna love it.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting for Drake to be the next person. Then I think I'm.
So next you just got to be the traveling stylist. Would you ever do something like that?
Yeah. So right now, what I'm focusing on is training my staff, training them, and then it could get to a point where I'll just be doing this very serious appointments, because I wasn't to that point. My boys are too good now that they can actually be independent now. So I want to leave them and be able to take it to the next level where I'll just be in other countries, trying to put the same brand out there, so that's just the
That's the next
the
step.
next
Yeah.
step. You know,
Wow,
I think
that's
we've
amazing.
paid our price over here. We've paid the price, and
Right, you
so
put in the work.
you know, yeah. So yeah,
I loved your story. I loved your journey, and I love what you're doing right now.
yeah,
So, everyone, if you guys want to follow Nate, what's
yeah.
your Instagram
Yeah,
so
so
everyone
it's
can follow?
the hair master, so the underscore hair masters, right? The
Okay.
masters with a Z, not a S.
Okay, I'm gonna
Or
put
if
it
you
right
just want
here
to
for
do it
you.
easy, Nate the Barber's Place.
Okay, Nate the
That's
Barber's
simple. Yeah,
Place.
it just shows up.
So if you guys are in a crowd, you guys can get a cut
You
with
know.
Nate. Thank you so much, Nate. I enjoyed your story. And if you guys enjoyed Nate's story, be sure to comment down below, leave your questions, leave your comments, thumbs up this video, and I'll see you guys in another interview.
All right.